Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for the latest news and information from the city of Greensboro. The Greensboro Police Department will hold a community classroom on the topic of gangs in Greensboro. This class will cover crimes associated with gangs, general education on gangs police know of, and myths about gangs. The first class will be on Wednesday, February 20th from 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. The second class will be on Monday, February 25th from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Both classes will be held at police headquarters located at 100 Police Plaza. Registration is required. To register for the class, visit the Greensboro Police Department website. The Kings Forest neighborhood in northeast Greensboro is the recipient of Greensboro Beautiful's 2019 Neighborhoods Community Tree Planting. Greensboro Beautiful and Parks and Recreation staff will meet with Kings Forest residents to collect their ideas on Kings Forest Park improvements. They can do so at a community meeting at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, February 21st at Peeler Recreation Center, located at 1300 Sykes Avenue. Neighborhoods will hold a ceremonial tree planting in honor of Arbor Day at 10 a.m. on Saturday, March 16th at Kings Forest Park. The park is located off Phillips Avenue between Larchmont Drive and Lord Foxley Drive. The neighborhood suffered massive losses to its tree canopy last year when a tornado cut a path of destruction through the area, downing and damaging the trees. The Neighborhoods program will assist neighbors in replacing and replanting trees lost to the storms, both in the park and throughout the neighborhood. Greensboro is a Tree City USA community, and Greensboro Beautiful has been helping to beautify the city for 50 years. Neighborhoods is a project of Greensboro Beautiful in partnership with the City of Greensboro, the North Carolina Cooperative Extension Service, and Neighborhoods to help rebuild our city's tree canopy. The Neighborhoods program is funded by private donations made to Greensboro Beautiful's Tree Fund. For more information, contact Greensboro City Arborist Judson Clinton at 336-373-2150. The Greensboro Youth Council is collecting new and gently used formal wear and accessories for Camille's Closet and Theo's Threads. Donations will be accepted February 25th through March 22nd. Drop-off locations will be announced this week. These retailers provide free outfits to teens who otherwise might not be able to afford a gown or tuxedo for prom and other special occasions. These students will be able to shop for clothes and accessories April 11th and April 12th. The types of formal wear needed include dresses sizes 16 and up, suits, dress shirts, slacks, and accessories such as shoes, ties, evening bags, bow ties, and costume jewelry. Donated items must have been purchased or worn between 2010 and 2018. Donated items must meet the following guidelines. Garments must be free of stains, snags, rips, and tears. All zippers, buttons, and snaps must be in good working condition. Accents such as beading or jewels must be intact. Items that do not meet these guidelines will not be accepted. For more information about making a donation or how to receive the formal wear, please call 336-373-4351 or visit the Greensboro Youth Council website. In an effort to help each of us improve our quality of life, the city has partnered with Cone Health for a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Let's check in with our friends at Cone Health for today's news for your health.
Hi, I'm Dr. Tamer Yalcinkaya, Medical Director at Carolina's Fertility Institute and a Reproductive Endocrinology Infertility Specialist. Today, I'm going to talk about information couples need to know as they start their journey to become parents. Infertility is defined as inability to conceive after 12 months of unprotected intercourse. However, this definition has been modified. For example, for women over 35, they are advised to seek medical help only after 6 months of unprotected intercourse. And women who are 40 or older are advised to get medical help only after 3 months. Infertility caused by problems in the female partner about a third of the time, problems in the male partner about a third of the time. The remaining third caused by combination of issues in male and female partner, or it may be unexplained. Female factors are usually ovulation disorders, or it can be anatomic problems with the fallopian tubes or uterus, or a condition known as endometriosis. Male causes of infertility are usually problems with sperm production, low sperm count or low sperm motility, or they can be issues with sexual function. Unexplained causes of infertility are believed to be due to conditions such as mild endometriosis or immunologic causes, timing, or problems with intercourse. Before trying to conceive, it's very important to know that certain lifestyle factors impact reproductive health and ability to conceive, and not observing these points may actually cause a delay in conceiving. Number one is overweight, and sometimes being underweight can delay ovulation or interfere with proper egg production in women, and it can also affect sperm production in men. It is important not to exceed more than 5 hours per week of strenuous exercise, but also not to be inactive. We recommend all tobacco products to be stopped, and alcohol intake should be limited to 1 serving per day on average, and this is true for both partners. We recommend to all women who are getting ready to try 400 micrograms of folic acid supplementation, which is over the counter. We also recommend a limited amount of caffeine consumption by women, since it has been associated with miscarriages, limiting it to 18 ounces of coffee or its equivalent per day. Particularly for men, it is important to watch their occupational exposure to toxic chemicals. Also, for people who are taking regular medications for their health problems, it is best to consult with your family doctor or your gynecologist before you start trying, to see what medications should be switched or stopped. Finally, it's important to recognize that use of recreational drugs such as marijuana or cocaine can be harmful. Another point is how to time intercourse. What is the fertile window? A normal ovulation occurs somewhere at midpoint of a 28-day cycle. And for women who have longer menstrual intervals, 32 days for example, it's best to subtract 14 from the menstrual cycle interval to obtain the day on which they ovulate. So according to this rule, a woman who has 32-day cycles would be expected to ovulate on day 18 of her cycle. So once we establish the day of probable ovulation, then it's good to have intercourse during a 3-4 day window before the ovulation and about 2 days after the anticipated ovulation. During the journey to have a baby, it's important to talk to your physician, your primary care provider, and also to seek help from a specialist when certain red flags exist in the individual partners, such as previous history of tubal surgery or endometriosis, either in the person or in her family, or prior exposure to cancer agents and such. Thank you for joining me. I hope you find this information helpful as you continue on your journey to have a baby. For more information, please go to conehealth.com/infertility. I'm Dr. Tamer Yalcinkaya. Thank you.
If there are changes you want to see in your neighborhood, join the conversation through participatory budgeting. We'll have that story and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. The City of Greensboro's third cycle of participatory budgeting, or PB, is now underway. PB Greensboro idea collection meetings will take place until March 31st. Residents can submit an idea online or at one of the idea collection events that will be held across the city during the next 2 months. Participatory budgeting is a democratic process that allows residents age 14 and older to help decide how to spend city funds totaling $500,000. Projects or programs are submitted during idea collection. Then volunteers and city staff vet the ideas to turn them into viable projects. Votes are cast to determine which projects will be funded. PB Greensboro funds must be one-time expenditures spent for the public benefit on city-owned property. Visit the PB Greensboro website to refer to the full list of rules detailing what types of projects or programs can be funded. Greensboro Participatory Budgeting Cycle 3 will identify the projects or programs to be funded in the 2020-2021 fiscal year. Be sure to watch City Manager David Parrish in his series entitled City Manager's Minute right here on GTN. The city manager highlights upcoming projects and notable city accomplishments, such as the continued revitalization of the downtown area, investment in East Greensboro, and the latest on the construction of the Tanger Performing Arts Center. Aside from GTN, City Manager's Minute can be viewed on the city's YouTube channel and on the manager's webpage on the city's website. Richardson Homes replaced 50 deteriorated historic windows in the senior housing development thanks to receiving more than $50,000 in bond funds. The replacement windows were custom designed with energy efficiency in mind while respecting the original architectural features. The 3-story, 7-bay Mission Revival-style stuccoed brick building consists of units with 1 and 2 bedrooms. The property is managed by Beacon Management, and the owners plan to substantially rehabilitate the property by next year. Formerly known as L. Richardson Memorial Hospital, the original section was built in 1927 and was Greensboro's first modern hospital for African Americans. It was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1992. If you want to drive by and admire the new windows, the senior housing development is located at 603 South Benbow Road. In an effort to spotlight and celebrate local artists, business owners, community builders, and essentially the next generation of leaders, the city is proud to partner with Action Greensboro to introduce our Made in Greensboro series. This day, we place the spotlight on Christina Fuller and her talent for crafting tacos. Christina Fuller co-owned a fine dining restaurant, The Bistro at Adams Farm, with her mother, but she loved creating off-the-wall taco appetizers. That's how Crafted, the Art of the Taco, was born. It's a place she is still trying creative combos like the Big Truck, a tender pulled pork and mac and cheese taco she threw together one day when she was hungry, and those were the only 2 things ready in the restaurant. And now Christina's got another baby, her newest restaurant, Crafted, the Art of Street Food. It's got a rotating menu of small plates from around the world. They're all spicy, hot, and delicious. If she had to put a name to it, Christina would call her food globally inspired with a nod to her southern roots, as every dish seems to be a perfect balance between sweet, savory, and spicy. To learn more about Made in Greensboro or to see more images taken by photographers Jerry Walford and Scott Mothersbaugh, visit the Action Greensboro website at madeingso.com. Greensboro Technical Community College has an impressive curriculum for people interested in the health profession. Coming up after the break, we'll give you an overview of the Nursing Assistant Training Program. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Courses available through Greensboro Technical Community College set the foundation for future nurses and their assistants. Joining me now to tell us about the program offerings for health careers is Warren Crow. He is the Director of Health Careers and Nursing Assistant Training at GTCC. Hello, Warren. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you. Is this an ideal time for people to pursue a career in healthcare?
It's a great time. There's so many things that are changing in terms of health careers here in this area as well as nationwide. Health careers are one of those things that are constantly evolving. As things change in health and how we manage health, new careers come on board. So it's a great time to be looking at getting into this profession.
Okay, so this is an ideal opportunity if you want to reinvent yourself or if you've always had your sight on healthcare. What types of healthcare jobs are in high demand for this area?
Sure. Probably one of the #1 jobs that's in the highest demand are nursing assistants and certified nursing assistants particularly. This is a group of people who work in home health, long-term care, hospitals. That demand is huge. We're looking at a job vacancy right now of almost 32% in this area. We're very fortunate to be able to offer a lot of training at the GTCC campuses. We actually have diversified our training so that we're actually training on both the Greensboro, Jamestown, and High Point campus in this particular area. Last year we graduated 895 students in the program. Once you graduate, you do have to take a state exam. It is a very highly regulated field, as all healthcare is. But we've been very excited to find that our graduates are scoring extremely high on the state exam, well above the state average. So we've got some wonderful instructors that work with them. Another career that's really building is the cardiac monitor technician program. Many hospitals have centralized their monitoring. So Cone Health and Baptist and Novant have all centralized their monitoring so that one person may be watching 20 or 30 patients across multiple counties. That training has really picked up. We're seeing that is growing in terms of demand, and we're seeing that field diversify where we may actually have patients or clients in the home that are monitored at a central location.
Okay, I was going to say, you've mentioned that the demand is very high, so people might be curious to know how long does it take to be trained in any of these fields to go from education student to actual employee?
Great. So one of the things that we've done is to tailor a program so that most of our training runs about 3 months and 2 weeks. The phlebotomy program, which I had not mentioned earlier, is a little bit longer because they have a little bit more clinical time to do. One of the things we've tried to emphasize at GTCC is gaining a lot of clinical experience. So when these first-time job seekers go out, they can use that on their resume to say that they've had more clinical time than some of the other training programs in the area.
Very nice. So funding can sometimes be an obstacle for anyone who wants to go to school. Do these programs come with any kind of scholarship opportunities?
Right. We've been fortunate to have people who donate to the GTCC Foundation, as well as being able to tap into some certain grants that exist. So scholarships are available. The applicant would need to apply for that. We've been able to put into place, both on our website as well as through direct contact, to help coach that student in how to do that. We don't want anybody sitting out there thinking, gosh, I really wanted to get into healthcare, but I don't know how to get started. So we've tried to give them a lot of information We really want to be able to sit down with them if they come to campus and get them through that process so that they can apply for those scholarships.
Okay, well, I'm sure someone out there is listening. This has sparked their interest. Who can they contact, or how do they go about the registration and getting into this program?
Probably the best contact is through my administrative assistant, and that's Amy Leonard. She is the keeper of all knowledge. She is best reached through her email address.
Okay.
And it allows that student to begin to have that contact with the college, where if we need to refer that student to look at the scholarship program, we can automatically get them hooked into that. So Amy fields all the questions about our health career programs, and she will be able to coach and help anybody along the way.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Crow, for telling us about health careers, the market, and that it's very robust and a good time to start seeking a career in healthcare. We hope folks will give Amy a call and get the process started, and do come back and give us updates about your program.
I sure will. Thank you so much for having me today.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Stay tuned for a little-known fact about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That's coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. One way to stay informed about what's happening in the city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings. The Greensboro City Council meetings are open to the public, but if you cannot attend, we broadcast the meetings live right here on GTN, and we also stream the meetings live on the city's website. Council meetings take place at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesdays of the month on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street. The first meeting of the month includes public comments and special presentations. Meetings on the third Tuesday of the month focus on public hearings and city business. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. Kitchen Connect's GSO, an incubator program to grow prepared foods by local entrepreneurs, is accepting applications for its 6-week training program. Scholarships are available based on income. This is a partnership of the Greensboro Farmers Curb Market, Out of the Garden Project, and the Guilford County Cooperative Extension. This collaboration with the City of Greensboro is made possible through a USDA Local Food Promotions Grant. The program is seeking applicants who will bring diversity of food offerings, ethnic culinary products, and prepared foods that can help support underserved communities and create new economic opportunities within the City of Greensboro. Kitchen Connect's GSO brings together Greensboro's first shared kitchen with food safety and small business training classes to create a unique local food incubator program. The goal is to provide opportunities for new value-added product startups to begin or expand their operations and increase the public's awareness of locally sourced and produced foods. Participants will receive reduced cost training in Safe Plate, a food safety and handling certification program, and basic small business classes, marketing, and merchandising. Applications are available online and due by March 1st. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight, but first, prepare to mark your calendar for all the great events happening this week on the town.
Hey, this is Josh. Join us as we explore the rich cultural arts ecosystem in Greensboro. On Friday, join us at the Green Hill Art Gallery at 6:30 p.m. for a night filled with art, fun, food, and drinks. There will also be a scavenger hunt with enticing prizes. The evening will feature live music by Greensboro's own Jay Timber and a live drawing demonstration by local artist Ramon Bardois. Tickets are $20 a person in advance and $25 at the door, which includes one complimentary drink. Proceeds benefit the art and education programs of Green Hill. Visit greenhillnc.org for more details. Come hear Guilford County school teachers narrate stories highlighting influential figures that contributed to the rich history of African Americans. Story Hour includes vocabulary development, reading comprehension, and a make and take art project engaging children aged 6 through 12. This event is free, so for more information, go to sitinmovement.org. If you're looking for another unique activity, head over to the Greensboro Science Center on Saturday. Beginning at 10 a.m., a member of the education team will be on hand to share stories about the African penguin colony, while a keeper hand feeds the birds on exhibit. After that, an educator will share interesting facts about the inhabitants of the aquarium's largest tank. On select days, you can have a conversation with a live diver inside the shark exhibit. See all of this and more. Check out greensboroscience.org for a full list of events, ticket prices, and schedule. Have you been to the Elsewhere Museum? It's a museum in a former thrift store housing one woman's 58-year inventory and is now a laboratory for creative ideas. Take a tour of this creative space on Saturday at 2 p.m. Tour all 3 floors and discover the meaning of a store-turned-living museum. Learn about Elsewhere's history, artworks, and meet current artists and residents. It's great for groups, families, and out-of-town guests. Space is limited to 15, so please RSVP to museum@goelsewhere.org. On Wednesday, the Carolina Theater features a historic evening with Anne Frank's stepsister, Eva Schloss. Enter the world of Anne Frank as told by her stepsister and childhood friend. Playing hopscotch and drinking lemonade together, both girls would have never imagined where life would lead them. Eva survived the horrors of the Holocaust and the horrific conditions in Auschwitz. Of the remaining survivors, Eva is the last witness to Anne Frank's incredibly short yet powerful life. To purchase tickets and for more information, go to carolinatheater.com. Keep watching FYI Weekly right here on GTN to find out more about what's happening on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has 23 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. Today, we place the spotlight on city, county, and state law enforcement agencies. GPD's Traffic Safety Unit partnered with the North Carolina Highway Patrol, the Guilford County Sheriff's Office, and the High Point Police Department to conduct multiple special operations in order to cover as many school zones as possible throughout Guilford County. Traffic violations involving passing stopped school buses loading or unloading students, seatbelt usage, motorists failing to yield, and pedestrian school crosswalk violations were strictly enforced. Officers used marked and unmarked police cars to follow school bus routes while watching for motorists who failed to stop for school buses displaying red lights and stopped arms. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, school bus travel is one of the safest forms of travel on the road. Children are much safer taking a bus to and from school than traveling by car. Operation Stop Arm focused the majority of law enforcement efforts on the safety zone in and around school buses and student bus stops, with the overall goal to assure the safety of every student riding the bus. Straight ahead on the other side of the break is this week's Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to the Piedmont Triad Airport Authority for supporting the local arts community. The airport is soliciting artists for a call for two-dimensional paintings, photographs, mixed media, small three-dimensional sculptures, and large outdoor sculptures. This project is open to all artists in North Carolina and Southern Virginia. The artwork will be on loan to the Airport Authority. Artists will be compensated for travel to and from the airport during installation and de-installation. The deadline for submissions is March 1st. Interested artists should email Cheryl Stewart. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Be sure to download our weekly podcast, Talk City Greensboro. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.